Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking to us about something that has come to my notice and which I think we all need to be careful about. Right, before we go into that, my name is Dr. Emmanuel Obodo. I'm a biomedical scientist and I'm also a lecturer in biomedical science here in the United Kingdom. Right, before I continue, can I say that there is my YouTube channel was set up just on the purpose of trying to support people to secure job, and the idea of that is to enhance our skills. Let me explain it this way. So I think I had mentioned this already in my previous video that I noticed that not because we are not intelligent, not because we don't know what we're supposed to do, but because sometimes, depending on your country of residence especially, or depending on the country where you are trained, sometimes it can be challenging, trying to change or transfer what you used to know or how you used to practice to what that goes on in this part of the world. And because I did struggle when I also started, that was why I started this YouTube video, to bridge that gap. And that gap is what, as the Lord has given me the strength, that I've tried to make sure that I achieve. Now, because of that, I've done a number of things, obviously, on my YouTube video to make sure that I bridge that gap. I have gone as far as not just giving us the video on how to answer questions. I've also gone as far as mentioning things about how to write supporting information, your working experiences, and all of that. The whole idea is not just about making the videos, it's about giving us a platform to understand how this part of the world functions so that we can be able to, kind of relate it with our background and see how we can come up with something that uniquely represents who we are. Right. So I have gotten information, or something came to me recently regarding someone that is being investigated. Hcpc is investigating this person. And what is the purpose of the investigation? The person was not accused of rape, as we used to, as we know that that's a common thing, or inappropriate act, as the case may be. That was not necessarily what this person was being accused of. This person has been accused of plagiarism. And what area did this accusation based on? So this person has been accused of plagiarizing his or her supporting information. This person has been accused of plagiarism in that context, meaning that this person's supporting information somehow must have reflected someone else's supporting information, and that in itself is plagiarism, and that is why this person is being accused. Now, I have a question I want to ask us. How did Hcpc got to know about this? I am making this video because I really want each one of us to know we are scientists, we are graduates. Even if something is given to you, you must learn how to turn that thing, change that thing, modify the thing in such a way that it can uniquely represent you. That is why we are graduates, to use our brain, but not necessarily, make our brain to stop working because we have a guidance or because someone shares something with us. Now, the reason why I say this is this. We need to ask ourselves, how did the Hcpc got this information? I don't know. But because of the way the information got to me, that this person has been reported of plagiarism on his or her supporting information, I would imagine that it has to be maybe the managers of wherever they make applications, like job adverts. So you apply, I apply, many people apply. Perhaps in those applications, maybe they have seen two works, 2 applications, or they have seen 3 applications, as the case may be, where the supporting information look alike, look exactly, and that in itself is not good. It's not good. Now, the reason why I say this is this. I know that on my YouTube videos, I think there was a video I titled, "Do this before you apply for biomedical scientist job." And I think in that video, I was trying to explain how you can write supporting information, or how your supporting information should look like, or how your working experiences should look like. Now, that video is just for a guide. It's not for you to copy everything there or type everything there and say this you. No, the video is for a guide. That is the whole essence. Now, I think I also have another video where I talk about how to write supporting information and many other, even working experiences and all of that. Those videos are for a guide. If you take the video and pause the video and you start writing everything that I put down there that was supposed to be for a guide, and after you finish writing it and someone else is do the same thing, when both of you make application, it's going to flag up as plagiarism. This is why we need to be careful. What can you change? For example, if I have said I use ABC analyzer, maybe ask yourself, which analyzer have you used? Let it uniquely represent your profession, your unique experiences. The idea of those videos is to bring out your uniqueness, not for your uniqueness to reflect another person's uniqueness. That in itself is plagiarism. Now, before I continue, can I also remind us that plagiarism in this part of the world is beyond just saying I copied somebody's work or I wrote somebody's work exactly the person wrote it. That is a fraudulent act. It's fraudulent. It's fraudulent. It's theft. So we need to be careful. So if you're being accused plagiarism, what it actually means that you've been accused of fraudulent act, and it's a fraudulent action, and that is why we need to be very, very careful. So this video is just to bring a warning to each one of us. While I'm still happy to make the videos to support you guys, the same thing is even applicable. I think previously I got an information, I think some months ago, I think last year actually, or last 2 years, I can't remember. I got an information that a number of you guys went for interview, and all of you were giving the same examples as I was giving on my videos. That is not being smart. What is smart is that my video will give you guidance. Use the guidance to bring out the uniqueness about you. This is what I really want us to change and make progress. This is just like a warning, because this is not just about people who are looking for job. It's also about people who have gotten job. So if you are in job, you are already working, and then Hcpc emailed you and say, oh, somebody has reported there was a plagiarism, blah, 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 regarding your SI. That will affect you, because this person that is being accused of plagiarism now, Hcpc is threatening, or saying rather, Hcpc is saying rather that they are likely to remove this person off the register. So it's still under, I think it's still under investigation. But what it means is that we are hoping that they are not going to find this person guilty, because if they do, they are going to remove this person off register. The question we now need to ask ourselves, how come the person supporting information reflect another person supporting information? Now, this is what I think. I think that sometimes nobody wants to be wicked. At least I would say most of us, or some of us, doesn't want to be wicked. And because we don't want to be wicked, sometimes we can have people say, can I see your CV? Can I see your supporting information? Can I see this? Can I see that? There is nothing wrong with that. Or I may not tell you not to support people. That's not what I'm going to say. What the problem is, the person you are supporting, how is he or she using that support? If he or she is using that support exactly the way it reflects you, that in itself can be likened to what? Plagiarism. And that is where we all need to be careful. So if you decide to give someone your supporting information, if you decide to give someone your CV, make sure that you are giving it to someone who can make some changes to reflect their uniqueness, not who can make a minor changes that still reflect you. That in itself is wrong. Because sometimes when we give people our supporting information or you share your CV, they remove their names and they remove your name and just put their names. That is not change. The change means that something has been given to you. You've got to modify it to reflect your uniqueness. Now, why am I making this video? I want to send this so that each one of us can be on alert, whether you are already working, whether you are still looking for a job, to be careful. Your supporting information, make sure that it's as unique as yourself. Let me give you a simple example. I think on those my videos regarding supporting information, or maybe do this before you apply for biomedical scientist job. I think when I was writing, I did mention some analyzer that I've used, or as the case may be, and all of that. If you've not used that analyzer, why? You don't need to say exactly what I have said. That is just for a guide. For example, if I have used ZYH analyzer, if what you have used is ABS analyzer, why don't you say ABS analyzer? If I said I have this experience, maybe I have 6 years experience, blah, 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 don't just write exactly what I'm writing. Know that it is a guide, and let that guide you to bring out the uniqueness of yourself. So finally, whether it is on my YouTube channel, while I was talking about how to write supporting information, or how to write your working experiences, or do this before you apply for biomedical scientist job, whichever way, those videos are not for you to copy. They are there as a guide. Use it as a guide. If you copy it, another person could have copied it, another person could have copied it, and when many people copied it, and those many people make application in the same trust, okay? When they make application the same place, that can come up as plagiarism. And God save you if the manager not report it to the Hcpc that this number of people, they have plagiarized themselves. I want us to be careful. My aim of doing the video is to guide us, because I find out it's not because we are not intelligent, it's not because we don't know what we are doing, it's so that I can sometimes, because where we are coming from, the way we had practiced or what we know, sometimes it makes it very difficult in this part of the world, which was the same thing that I experienced, struggled at the beginning before I got used to what goes on here. So the essence of my YouTube channel is to bridge the gap. What I'm doing is to bridge the gap. So I want you to see it like that. When I bridge the gap, do your best to use it as a guide, not to copy it exactly, verbatim. That is very wrong. Very, very wrong. Whether it is experiences, maybe examples I give on my YouTube channel, you can give it, there's nothing wrong with that. But try to give extra. Don't just say exactly, for example, all the example I give on my YouTube channel is all that you know you should give. That is not the way. If I come and give the same example, and that person comes and give the same examples, and that person comes and give the same examples, something definitely is wrong. And that is how we should be thinking. So once again, it is wrong to plagiarize your supporting information. I want us to be careful, whether you are already working or you are still looking for a job. Please, let's be careful, so that this trend of accusation on plagiarism on supporting information or working experience will not continue. Because if it continue, it may affect many people, whether you are working or you are still looking for a job. So I see this video as a warning for each one of us to retrace our step and ask ourselves sincere question. Have you given someone your supporting information? Have you given someone your CV? If that is the case, make sure they have not shared it to someone else, and make sure that they've used it as a guide, not to copy you. Because if the investigation comes to your table, it may affect you as well. So I want each one of us to be careful. Once again, I'm doing all I could to support everyone, that is looking for a job, to get your dream job. But please, let us do whatever thing we're doing with smartness, knowing that we are all graduates. There's a need for us to bring out our uniqueness and not to absolutely depend on someone else's uniqueness, okay? Right, I think that is what I decided to talk to us. please, what I would recommend is that this is not just a video like every other video. Please share this video to as many people as possible. We need to retrace the steps as quickly as possible. Share this video as many people as you can share it to. And of course, please do reflect on what I've said, and let's make sure that we effect the changes as quickly as possible. All right. Thank you very much. And I wish you all the best till I come back your way again. Thank you. Bye-bye.